What if I told you you could make 0 FPL changes all season and still win FPL? Every year, someone actually works out that that is possible, and some people try and do it with a set and forget team. Well, this is just that, and this is the Zombie Team FC, and is one of my 5 FPL teams I will be covering in my brand new series, 5 Teams, 5 Strategies. I have got together 4 other FPL managers who play FPL completely different from one another, so we can compare how different our teams are, how well they can do, and see the different ways of playing FPL. This team is the set and forget Zombie Team, and this is their first draft. Zombie teams focus on just 3 things. They have a bench of full playing players for when there are injuries and suspensions to make sure there's a good enough starting 11 every week after the automatic subs. They also choose players who are not injury or rotation prone, as they need to make sure they have players playing every single week. And they need to find the most value for their money player picks to ensure you've got a balanced enough squad to have a high total points without any transfers being made. Yes, you could have 3 premiums, but if you end up having 5 cheap guys that don't score that many points in the end, that's going to be less total points than having a very well balanced squad. As expected, a set and forget team here does include a FPL Captain, as if you had to bet one player who will have a good season this season, it's probably the robot himself. He's there and he's going to be the captain all year. There's also a quite stacked defence with Pickford, Saliba, Pedro Porro and Munoz, so you could say it's actually twerking for the big at the back. That's usually because the defenders will outscore the players at the same price in all the other positions, so they are actually very good value, especially through the entire season, and they can still score very well despite being quite cheap. Again, this is a first draft, so our Zombie manager doesn't have to get everything right just yet, so it's not quite locked in, but right now, even now, I am quite surprised that he has the likes of Soboslai, Bailey and Kamada in here. They may very well have a great season, but set and forget teams usually avoid the risky players, as if you make a few mistakes, you can't correct it. You can't transfer out the player, they're there forever. However though, no set and forget team wins by just going for the most expensive and obvious players, as they do have to find those cheap gems that will shock us this season, so maybe some of those players are there and maybe that's why they're here. Overall though, not a team you would consider yourself, right? But as a set and forget team, it could do pretty damn well. I am very interested to see how this team compares to actual teams being managed, as I can imagine it will do quite well at first because it's got all the good players, especially at game week 1, right? You're looking at the players for the information now, so it's good. But as other players emerge, and these players might not be some of the best players to choose for, I would expect this team to drop off, and you know, if you get quite a few injuries, then your team's just in the mud. So I am excited to see how this team does for the entire season. Good thing I will be looking at it and keeping track of it in this brand new FPL series 5 Teams, 5 Strategies, where I will be reviewing and comparing the 5 teams to see how they're doing, what players they have, and what is the best. I mean, scenes when like a zombie team or casual team beats my team, or the AI team is actually the worst. You never know, it could happen. Guess you'll have to watch to find out. That's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, and also, remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.